The alarm buzzed loudly, piercing through the silence of the small apartment in New York City. James groaned, throwing an arm over his eyes. Another day, another predictable routine. He would get up, get dressed, head to work, come back exhausted, and repeat the same cycle. Life had become a monotonous rhythm, void of excitement or joy. He had long forgotten what it felt like to wake up with a sense of purpose. As he dragged himself out of bed, James glanced at his phone. A single message blinked on the screen. It was from his grandmother, the one person who always seemed to see the brighter side of things. "Good morning, James. Remember, every day is a gift. That's why it's called the present." James chuckled dryly. "A gift? More like a curse," he muttered. He quickly typed a response. "Thanks, Grandma. Have a great day." He didn't believe in her words, but he didn't want to disappoint her with his cynicism. The day proceeded like every other. He endured his tedious job, nodding at colleagues without truly engaging. During his lunch break, he scrolled through social media, envying those who seemed to be living their best lives. Was he missing something? Was there some grand secret to happiness that had eluded him? That evening, James decided to take a different route home. As he walked past Central Park, he noticed an elderly man sitting alone on a bench, feeding the pigeons. Something about the man's peaceful expression intrigued him, so he hesitated before finally approaching him. "Mind if I sit?" James asked. The old man looked up and smiled. "Of course not. Plenty of room for company." James sat, watching the birds peck at the breadcrumbs. A rabbit suddenly hopped into view, nibbling on a carrot someone had left behind. Nearby, a raven perched on a tree branch, watching the rabbit with keen eyes. "You come here often?" James asked. "Every day," the man said. "Been doing this for years." James frowned. "Doesn't it get boring? Doing the same thing over and over?" The old man chuckled. "I suppose that depends on how you look at it. I see it as a blessing." "A blessing?" James scoffed. "I wake up every day and do the same thing. Work, eat, sleep. It feels like a cycle that never ends. What's the blessing in that?" The old man smiled knowingly. "I once thought like you. I was always looking for something bigger, something better. But then I had a heart attack. Spent months in the hospital, wondering if I'd ever have another chance to sit under the sun, to feel the breeze, to even taste food properly. That's when I realized I had been blind to the gifts life was offering me every single day." James listened intently, feeling a strange sense of guilt creeping into his chest. He had taken everything for granted: his health, his job, even the simple ability to walk and breathe without pain. "The secret to happiness, young man, isn't in seeking something grand," the old man continued. "It's in cherishing what you already have. Each morning you wake up is a chance to experience something new, to make a difference, to find joy in the little things. That's why it's called the present. It's a gift." James felt a lump in his throat. He thought of his grandmother's message that morning, words he had dismissed without a second thought. "Maybe I've been looking at life the wrong way," he murmured. The old man patted his shoulder. "It's never too late to change how you see the world." Just then, the raven let out a sharp caw and swooped down towards the rabbit, hoping to steal its carrot. The rabbit, startled, hopped away quickly, carrying its prize. The old man chuckled. "See, even a rabbit values what it has. It doesn't waste time wishing for more, it just enjoys what it gets. That night, James lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. He thought about the past days, months, years. How many moments had he missed, trapped in his own discontent? How many sunsets had he ignored? How many smiles had he overlooked? He had been so focused on what was missing that he had failed to appreciate what was already there. The next morning, James woke up before his alarm. He stepped onto his small balcony, feeling the morning breeze against his skin. The city was just beginning to stir, the golden sunlight painting the sky with hues of orange and pink. It was beautiful. For the first time in years, he smiled. And for the first time in years, he felt truly alive. From that day forward, James made a promise to himself. He would cherish each moment, no matter how small. He would find joy in the ordinary, gratitude in the mundane. Because now, he finally understood the greatest gift he had was today.